You know, Michael, we talk a lot about the numbers. I mean, we had 24,000 Chinese nationals that crossed the southern border in fiscal year 2023, exponentially higher. You had like 340 in 2021. And when you're listening to that interview on Tucker, he was saying the difference between the migrants that you guys were meeting down there. Do you notice the Chinese government, they have to give permission, right? Everybody that's leaving China, they have to know about them. They have to give them the permission to leave. Why would they give permission for Chinese migrants to leave unless they were coming into the United States and they wanted them to come into the United States? So how much of a threat is that Chinese military single-aged men presence here in the United States? How concerned are you? And what do you think is going to happen?
Very concerned. Keep in mind, most people don't realize this, but I've spent a lot of time in Asia, like maybe 18 years. And a year of that was in and around China. I've written 3 books on Chinese information war. Unfortunately, they're only in Japanese language. So I'm watching this from many different dimensions. I was just in 5 Central American countries, especially studying the Chinese flows. For instance, in Honduras and Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador. I was just in all those countries looking at this, and in Panama as well, again. And so the Chinese, like I was in Hong Kong when China finally they deported me, actually. The Chinese Communist Party, the way that they took Hong Kong and Tibet, where I was at as well, is they did this through weaponized migration. They just filled up the bathtub slowly but surely, drip, drop, until they had enough people in school positions, professors, policemen, politicians, you know, the normal taking charge of the cockpit, until they took Hong Kong and they took Tibet. And now they're doing the same in Xinjiang. They're doing the same in Taiwan, where, you know, I'll be back there again soon. So, I mean, they're doing that all across Central America. And they fly not just the United States.
And they fly into Ecuador, right? Because you do not need to have a visa. So you can fly into Ecuador. And then what's the process? How do they come up through the southern border? And how much money do they have to pay the cartels?
Different groups pay different amounts, and they do it in different ways. Our mutual friend, I think, Anthony Rubin, he actually got a 200-page document in Mandarin, which he got translated to English. And this document describes the route that they take from Quito up to the United States. And he went and then took that route. So he can talk a lot about this. But the bottom line is, the route for the Chinese, they've got an ecosystem within an ecosystem. In other words, a pipe within a pipeline.
And
so
it doesn't sound like that pipeline is shutting down anytime soon. But real quickly, I just want you to say, is this an invasion? Because it sounds not just that people are looking for a new and better life and using up our resources. It sounds like they're trying to take our land from underneath us. Real quickly, yes or no?
It's a straight up invasion. This is war. You're in a war.